Island Times is a new show you can watch on the Northern Marianas Humanities website. It's about a young Chamorro girl who's going through a disconnect with her culture.
Your generation is our last shot. Ay, but you're all too busy playing Minecraft or dancing on TikTok.
Fauna, the main character, is played by Shannon Sasamoto.
I feel like she is someone that has lived here her whole life, but just still seems to experience that disconnect because of all the American influence. And I think it's not a very uncommon situation or experience for people here, even for children. They've lived here, they were born and raised here, they can relate to Fu'una. Even if you're adult, born and raised here, you can still relate to her in some way. And for me as a 23-year-old, actually I was living in the States for a little bit, and most definitely I can relate to Fu'una in that way where, there is some parts where you kind of miss out on your culture when you move out. But I think she's just such a relatable character.
Sophia Perez is the showrunner. The PhD student is attending the University of California and has spent the summer back here on Saipan. She weaves in English and Chamorro dialogue with actors, music, and puppets to bring together some valuable messages.
Kind of like Chamorro Sesame Street, but ideally anyone could enjoy it. It's very silly, but it has adult humor too. Kind of like Sesame Street. And it's about Fauna, who is a teenage Chamorro girl here on Saipan who grew up without feeling totally connected to the Chamorro culture. And her nana leaves on a motorcycle road trip across the U.S. and asks Fauna to house sit for her. So she comes in, she sees all the pets. Nana has a pet coconut crab, a pet goat. She learns how to take care of everything. And then when Nana leaves, all of the animals turn into puppets and start talking to her. And they're all voice actors from around the islands. And so they start speaking Chamorro to her and she starts learning the Chamorro language.
Mazinonmu, what's your name?
How do you say it? Ina onhu si Fu'una.
Sasamoto recently graduated from the Northern Marianas College with a degree in business. It's her first time acting.
Her personality is very similar to mine. Her experiences are very similar to mine. So I didn't really feel like I necessarily needed to prepare. It was more of just getting to know her as a character.
PSS co-op students were pulling the strings of the puppets and they learned from scratch.
In the show, I'm definitely interacting with the puppets. And at first it was kind of interesting. That was an experience I've never had before. And it's kind of like talking to a doll, but then this doll is alive. And then it's definitely got some personality to it, so I think that's what made it easier. And you'll definitely see that with Bob.
The puppeteers really stepped up. I was amazed. I mean, by the end of the production, I would be giving direction directly to a coconut crab. And then they were so into it, the puppeteers, that it would be saying stuff back, like, can you move your mouth more? Okay, It was sort of magical.
I wanted to tell you, taking care of Nana's house is a lot more complicated than I expected.
A link to the show can be found on the Northern Marianas Humanities website and YouTube.
I just really hope people go on YouTube and watch it and show their family, show the kids in their family, show the manamko. We worked so hard on it, and I would just love to see everyone see it. So please check it out.